Alright, so this is where things will get interesting because now we got multiple ways to document this information, but let's start with one of the best ones, which is going to be through a schedule. Okay, so for this case, what we're going to do is how about we generate a completely new elements schedule. So let's go ahead in the project map, schedules, elements, right click on elements and new schedule. Okay. What we're going to do is, how about we select everything by layer, or we can go ahead with classification, doesn't really makes a lot of difference. But let's go ahead, let's make it a general schedule 1. This is going to be object schedule, something like that. And the filter, this is where it's going to be interesting. We could take all the objects, set them on a layer, but you can also use, for example, one of the criteria, if I remember well, is going to allow you to select by classification. Okay, you can select which classification system, by which classification system you want to select your elements. Let's go ahead with classification example 1. And let's say that ArchiCAD selects everything that is classification. Well, you can say if it has no value, or a branch of, or direct child of. And how about we select just a general category, furniture and equipment. So in this manner, it should take all the objects and it should document everything, okay? But we can, for now, just for this example, how about we create a schedule about the sanitary furniture. We get all this information in a table and we get the total price of all the sanitary equipment. So let's go ahead and let's select that everything is going to be in the sanitary furniture. Okay, let's simply select the group. Okay, so everything that is a branch of and this group. Okay, which information you want to include in the schedule? Let's go ahead with add fields, and we can go ahead and simply hit right over here properties. Whichever property you create now will start appearing right over here in add fields. Okay, so you can simply go ahead, sanitary furniture, and for example, you got all the properties you created earlier. You can include the product, the ID, the link, style, material, brand, prices, comments, and all that stuff. Okay. Now, if you want to get the general cost of your products, don't forget you can always use these icons. If I remember well, everything about schedules is what was explained in Constructive Solutions with ArchiCAD. So I'm not going to delve too much into schedules. Let's simply activate the icon of the sum over here, and everything else looks amazing. Okay, let's even add maybe one extra field, which is going to be the quantity. Okay, and quantity is going to be after the product and the ID. Okay, let's press OK, and let's see the result. What I'm going to do is let's open up the object schedule. Don't forget in your schedules, let's go ahead and first place and activate the cell size. And you can simply go ahead, resize columns and resize rows. So everything fits all together automatically, and we don't waste too much time adjusting everything. You simply click over here, then click adjust to the window. And now you can visualize everything in your schedule. So we got 3 objects. I think for this case, it's going to be much better if we simply activate the record by column. Okay, so everything will display in a column format. Okay, let's see if we can resize this once again. Let's see how it behaves. Looking good, looking pretty good for now. And there it is. We got all the information in general. Okay, I'm going to take a few minutes. I'm going to simply mess around with text style, with background and all that stuff. So this schedule has a little bit more format. And there it is. So we got the schedule, the general schedule of all the information that we registered. And now you can add this. It's going to also start summing up. It will create an addition of all the prices for the object, and it's going to give you a total over here. Okay, so the amazing thing over here is that when you, for example, we're working for now with these objects, let's say that I create multiple copies over here for this WC, and we go back to the schedules. It's going to mark, for some reason, well, it's going to separate everything because I haven't activated the merge items option over here. So with this manner, you can see it's going to add everything up. The data remains the same, but the amount or the cost of the object has gone up. Okay, so that's quite a nice thing to have in ArchiCAD, that all the information remains the same and you can start using this information in multiple ways. Another way on how you can also go ahead and use this information would be to simply, for example, don't forget that you can always create your schedules and import the schedule into a layout. Okay, so this is an amazing thing.